Hey everyone, welcome to the Makeup Box. If you are a returning subby, hey girl, so glad to have you back. If you are here for the first time, welcome. Today I'm here with a fall inspired makeup tutorial. So if you're here to see how this all goes down, keep watching. If you're not subscribed, girl, you know what to do. So here I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Concealer in 370, and I'm just doing this to cancel out any hyperpigmentation that obviously I have around my eyes. So I'm just blending that out, and yeah, I'm about to go into the Morphe Dare to Create palette. I'm taking the shade Define Me as my first transition color. So I am using the Morphe M453 blending brush to apply the shade Define Me. Next, I'm taking the shade Forever out of the Dare to Create palette, and I'm just taking that into my crease, and I'm going in with a Morphe E17 tapered blending brush to get right in the crease. So yeah, we're just blending in between these two colors and making sure that everything is nice and seamless. So now that those shadows are built up, I'm jumping back into the Did to Create palette, and I'll be taking the black shade, which is called Muse, and I'll be using this small tapered blending brush from the Coastal Scents Brush Affair palette. And I'm just adding some more depth onto the crease. So when we cut our crease, we could have that nice sharp look to it. So next, I'll be using that same Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade 370, and I'm taking that flat shader brush from Coastal Scents, and I'm just carving out my crease. It's sped up a bit, but you really want to take your time when doing this so that you can have a really nice, sharp, and precise, so that when you would go to add your eyeshadow, it will be nice and clean. Now that we've carved out our crease, we're going to clean it up a bit. We're going to take away any excess product so that it would not interfere when we lay down our shadows. And then we're going to jump back into the palette, and I'll be taking the shade Create. I so love the shade. It is so gorgeous and it screams fall. I love these kind of colors for fall, and I'm using the Morphe M434. It's kind of a shader brush, but it has like a little fluff to it. So I love using this to apply like my shadows onto my modal lid. And then I'm gonna jump back into the color Forever, and I'll be using that on the outer portion of my eye. So those two colors, we're just gonna blend in between them so it be nice and seamless. We don't want no chalky or sloppy work. So we're just blending in between the two colors. And then I'm gonna go into this Jaileroo pigment. I am so sorry, I do not have the name for this anymore because the name came off of the container, but it's just a gold pigment, and I'm taking the Morphe M149. It's like a small tapered brush to get right in the inner corner of your eye. So I'm just taking that and I'm applying this pigment right there. And to allow the pigment to stick and to show up a bit more, I also sprayed my brush with the All Nighter setting spray. So moving right along onto complexion, I moisturize my face off camera using the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Gel Lotion. And then jumping into my face primer for the day, I'm taking the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer using a synthetic Morphe brush. This is the M492. And I'm applying this product all over my face. It really works. It really deals with pores and oily skin. So it's a great investment, but you know, it is what it is. You gotta love it. It's a good primer, y'all. And then next, jumping into foundation, I'm taking the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm in the shade Marquises. So yeah, it really dries down closer to my complexion. So yeah, it is what it is, give or take. If you have to order a foundation online and you're not in the store to really go in and test it, like just order the shade closest to you and make it work. I do that all the time. Yeah, but you guys have absolutely no idea how much I missed you guys. I just can't wait to share my story with you all. Some of you may know, I've been working on some stuff. And yeah, like I said early in the video, there is a story time coming so you guys can know the full scoop of what is going on with the makeup box, aka Therese. So stay tuned. So now that our foundation is all blended, we're gonna highlight. And I'm taking two concealers today, and that's the Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade 370 and the Huda Beauty concealer in the shade Peanut Butter. So I'm just gonna apply these to those areas that we wanna highlight, of course. And look at that matchbox on my makeup vanity. Anyhow, back to our regular schedule programming. I'm applying this concealer all over the areas that I want to highlight. And yeah, you guys know what happens from here on out. I'm gonna blend it out, and then we're gonna make sure that everything is nice and seamless, of course. So here I'm just taking my foundation brush and making sure that there are no harsh lines between the concealer and the foundation. And you want to make sure, you don't want your makeup to look chalky. You don't want your makeup to look crazy. So you want to blend everything. You want to make sure that everything is nice and seamless, that there are no lines that can be seen. And if you guys see any shadows, that's my hubby in the room with me. And taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick, I have the shade Ebony, and I'll be using this to contour the hollows of my cheeks, my forehead, and my jawline, of course. So yeah, and then to blend that out, I'll be going in with the Morphe M557 blending brush. I love this brush for blending out contour. It's really small and it gets in there and it does its thing, girl. Like the M557 from Morphe, cop this for your contour, girl. Cop it. So to avoid any further creasing, we're gonna go in and we're gonna set this concealer, honey. And to do that, I'll be taking the Huda Beauty Kunafa powder. Like, listen, this powder has been out for a minute, girl. A minute. If this is not a staple in your makeup collection, like, girl, seriously, what are you doing? Y'all could see it. It's like magic, like it's disappearing, like it's melting, like, oh my gosh. I am always in awe when I use this setting powder. Huda girl, you did your thing. I am in love with this powder. This is one of those purchases that when the container goes empty, you gotta repurchase. You gotta repurchase. Oh my gosh, like I love this powder. Like it just melts into the skin, y'all. Perfect powder for a woman of color. This is Kunafa. Go right now on Huda website or on Sephora. Go put it in your cart and go purchase because it's that bomb. I'm telling you, take my word for it. It's bomb. So now that our concealer is all set, we're gonna go and set the rest of the face. And now I'm going to be taking the this is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder in the shade Golden Bronze. This is a lovely powder, but I was having a problem with my brushes. I washed my brushes about 5 days ago, but my favorite, I have like 5 favorite powder brushes, and in the middle, like deep down in the middle of the brushes, were still kind of wet, so that was kind of messing with the powder a bit, but we made it work. It's a gorgeous powder. Yeah, it was good. It's a good powder. Anyhow, after setting that, we're gonna jump into our Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer, and this is in mahogany. And I'm just taking this brush. I think this is a Royal and Langnickel brush I'm using, and I love this because it's nice and flimsy, and it like really just gets the contour on there without moving around your foundation and powder. It's a beautiful brush. I love it. I really cannot find it right now to tell you what the exact name for it is, but yeah. And next I'm going to be taking that same bronzer from Anastasia, and I'm taking a Morphe PK524 to just give my nose a little contour. Not wanting to change the shape of the nose, but just adding a little definition there to our nose and to the Cupid's bow. So moving right along onto blush, I'm taking the Steve Laurent blush, and this is in the shade I'm blushing. So I'm just taking that along with a angled, this is a no-named angled brush, and I'm just applying that onto the apples of my cheeks. You guys know I cannot do a look without applying some blush. And then to set my face, I'm going in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. After that is dried down, I'm going into the Juvia's Place, the Royalty 2 Loose Highlighter. And to apply my highlighter on my cheeks, I'm taking the Morphe M451 highlighting brush to apply that. And then I'm applying that same highlight onto my Cupid's bow and on the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose, going in with a different brush. And this is the Morphe M326 brush. It's like a very small shader brush, gets the job done. Now that our highlighter is nice and popping, I'm gonna finish off my eyes now, and I'm just going back into those same colors that we applied to our mobile lid, and I'm just bringing some more definition to my lower lash line, going in with those shades Create, Forever, and the blending shade Defining. So those three shades, we're just bringing some definition to the eye and going in with this mascara from Tarte. It's their Big Ego mascara, and it is a gorgeous black mascara. I barely have lashes, and this really did a good job giving me something to work with. And then I'm going into my little eyelash case, and these lashes does not have a name. I'm so sorry, but they're nice and short, you know, nothing too over the top. And yeah, this is what we're working with today. And the lash glue that I applied my lashes with, that's the Cardani eyelash glue. You can find that on Amazon. So we're finally going to bring some attention to our lips, and I'm going to be taking the Amuse Cosmetics Liquid Matte Lipstick, and this is the dark brown. I cannot find the name on the container right now, but it's dark brown, and I'm just outlining my lips. And then next I'm going to jump into the Kat 1D Bow and Arrow Matted Liquid Lipstick, and I wanted a nudie brown as opposed to a nudie pink, so the color that I showed you in the clip earlier, I'm not using that anymore. I'm just gonna go in with the Kat 1D. And this is it, guys. Like, this is the end of my return tutorial, I should say. Another fall inspired makeup. So I'm just happy to be back, and thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to share this content. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click that notification bell so that you will always be notified when I upload new content. Bye.